Chapter 5. Are you the woman you think you are? Quiz. Check the letter A, B, or C that most reflects the way you would behave in the situation. Your answers are evaluated at the end of the question section. You enjoy living alone because A. You don't have to deal with other people. B. You have more time to work. C. You enjoy the time it affords you after work to please yourself. 2. You and your fiance are buying a house. You have more money to invest than he does. What do you do? A. Put in more money. B. Put in your half of the share only. C. Expect him to provide a house for you. 3. You enjoy working more than playing because A. Playing is feeling centered and you do not want to waste time. B. Work produces money in which you can exert influence and greater control. C. Your father expected performance from you and rewarded you with love. 4. Your boyfriend likes to camp out, and you don't. What do you do? A. Go along and be a good sport. B. Stay at home because you do not want to go. C. Insist he give up his hobby. 5. You like to touch, but your boyfriend feels insulted. What do you do? A. Maintain your right to please yourself when alone. B. Call him up when you want sex. C. Lie to him and allow both styles of sexual pleasure. 6. You and your boyfriend are saving for a summer rental and he wants to control your money. What do you do? A. Refuse to do it. B. Go do it with a guaranteed allowance. C. Demand that you alternate control monthly. 7. Your car has broken down. What do you do? A. Call your boyfriend and ask him to come get you. B. Leave the car and take a bus or cab home. C. Call your brother instead of your boyfriend. 8. You are in a relationship with an up-and-coming man and want to develop your own career, but he wants you to marry him and raise the kids. What do you do? A. Leave him and go off and pursue your career. B. Accept his direction as being best for your marriage. C. Say yes. After you marry, go back to your career priority. 9. You have a boyfriend. Who is more powerful and successful than you are? What do you do? A. Duke it out with him for equality. B. Surrender to his leadership and fight only if over ethical and moral issues. C. Keep him a while to see if he will surrender to you, and if not, dump him. 10. You have a fight with your gentle feminine boyfriend, who then has a problem with impotence. What do you do? A. Accept him as he is and help him to feel safer and more relaxed. B. End the relationship and go on to the next man. C. Try to teach him with books and articles how to do it. 11. You are engaged in a dual career relationship, but your live-in fiance expects you to do most of the housework as his mom do. What do you do? A. Do it to prove you are better than mom. B. Refuse to do more at home than he does and fight with him about it. C. Negotiate a fair split of chores or leave him until he is willing. 12. Your boyfriend earns twice as much as you do but expects you to share 50-50 on dates. What do you do? A. Accept this 50-50 deal on all dates. B. Expect him to pay for everything. C. Compromise by each paying for dates you request of the other. 13. You have a boyfriend and you travel a great deal for your work. What do you do? A. Enjoy socializing non-sexually with men out of town with your boyfriend's acceptance. B. Do not socialize with men out of town because you are considerate of your boyfriend's possible hurt feelings. C. Socialize secretly with men out of town. 14. Your boyfriend has been passed over for a promotion at his company. You have been invited to a company social event. What do you do? A. You go to the event, but you are so angry that after a few drinks you confront the company executive about the wrong done. B. You refuse to go to the event out of anger, even though it will reflect negatively on him. C. You go to the event and act like the supportive woman. 15. Both you and your boyfriend work long hours during the week and have little time for sex. What do you do? A. Let him decide when to ask and say no thank you if you are too tired. B. Initiate it when you are feeling amorous. C. Negotiate to have sex only on weekends. Answers. 1. You enjoy being alone? Living alone to please yourself and not to work more or avoid people is self loving, therefore feminine. 2, you and your fiance are buying a house. You have more money to invest than he does. What do you do? Unless he wants to be masculine and respected, it is difficult for a feminine woman to respect and be sexual with a man when he contributes more money than he does. On the other hand, being a gold digger is selfish and unfeminine. 2, answer, put in your half of the share only. 3, you enjoy working more than playing because your father expected performance and are rewarding you with love. Feelings don't count, money does. Controlling your life is more important than having fun. If dad wanted you to perform for his love, you will see performance as normal. 4, your boyfriend likes to camp out and you don't. What do you do? Being able to say, no, thank you, I don't feel good about camping out, since feminine boundaries for yourself without trying to control him with seductive generosity or intimidating demands. You like to touch, your boyfriend feels insulted. What do you do? Your body belongs to you first, therefore, you have a moral right to please it. A man oversteps his bounds when he sets moral or ethical standards for you. You and your boyfriend are saving for summer rental and he wants to control your money. What do you do? To respect your masculine man financially while requiring him to cherish your feelings by giving you an allowance can be an efficient way to handle money. Taking control makes you the masculine one. Your car has broken down. What do you do? Reaching out first to your man rather than a relative honors him with respect and allows him to show you how much he cherishes you. You are in a relationship with an up and coming man and want to develop your own career, but he wants you to marry him and raise the kids. What do you do? If you are a woman first and your career second, follow him. If you are a career woman first, put your career first, but then find a feminine man who's willing to be Mr. Mom or stay single. You have a boyfriend who is more powerful and successful than you are. What do you do? Intimacy requires compromise. Competing for equality is normal for singles but destructive in a relationship. Equitability exchanges enhance compatibility. You have a gentle feminine boyfriend who has a problem with impotence. What do you do? A man's penis cannot be taught. Create a safe harbor without giving instructions and make your body available. Nature will take its course and you will either become lovers or end up as friends. 11, you are engaged in a dual career relationship and your live-in fiance expects you to do most of the housework as his mom did. What do? You don't need to fight or capitulate. You only need to gently say no to what does not feel good to you. Either he will negotiate or he won't. And if he won't, you will can end the relationship. Your boyfriend earns twice as much as you do and expects you to share 50-50 on dates. What do? A tug of war over 50-50 is unromantic. Each of you deserves to date or be dated and have the tab paid by the initiator. Masculine men and women often initiate more dates than feminine men or women. You have a boyfriend and you travel a great deal for your work. What do? Trustworthy socializing with the opposite sex is a sign of inner security on both sides. Sexualizing is forbidden but not socializing. Ex lovers are dangerous as friends. Don't socialize with them. Your boyfriend has been passed over for a promotion at his company. You have been invited to a company social event. What do? Respecting your man's right to take care of himself is feminine. Taking care of him is masculine. Make sure he agrees first. Both you and your boyfriend work long hours during the week and have little time for sex. What do? When you initiate sex verbally or physically, you run the risk of having sexual problems and performance. You can say no to what you don't want, but you'd better have an agreement from the first before you place him in the female receptive role. If you have scored mostly male, decide if you really want to be the male. If you do, you must find a feminine man or woman. If not, you must choose to become more female. If you have scored mostly female, you can mate with a masculine man or woman. Still, you should note where you have scored male and become more female in those areas or risk conflict. If you have scored mostly narcissistic, decide whether you wish to be male or female. If you don't choose to become either male or female, you will probably be unable to intimately mate. Maleness, using logic primarily and how you feel secondarily. Female, using feelings primarily and what you think secondly. Narcissistic, trying to use logic and feelings equally, which ultimately neutralizes both and ends intimacy through competitive conflict.